pre-season pass, isn't it?
I was going to say, that's exactly a pre-season pass. Many of them in my time, Darren, so I'm not going to criticise Morgan.
Only in pre-season.
Yeah, only pre-season, though.
Wayne Rooney might get on the end of this. No, it just goes all the way through to Oluch.
It's great this stuff for the players, Darren. A stadium like this, an enthusiastic crowd, good team to play against. I mean, it's exactly what you want for your first game. Better than playing with the greatest of respect at a non-league side away from home and one man and his dog watching you.
Good atmosphere here today. Love the football in this part of the world. It's a decent ball as well. Conley has to track back for Everton. The low centre comes in, but Everton can clear their lines, and here's Ademola Lookman with a bit of green grass in front of him that he runs into, but again it's a sloppy pass, and again Gor Mahia can pick up possession. Here's Wallace-Sunbury on this right hand side. To Kenny, Schneiderlin goes back towards his own corner flag and gives the ball away, edge of the penalty area, but hopefully Kenneth Maguna got the shot all wrong and it spins away, and it's so far wide it's gone out for the throw-in, Graham.
I know, yeah, Kenneth Maguna, if my memory serves me correctly, did play in the Sport Paysa Cup final a few weeks ago, and he did catch my eye, and his eyes certainly lit up when he got that ball a minute ago, because I think the idea really was to try and bend that in the top corner, but unfortunately for Kenneth, he sliced the shot and it's gone out for a harmless throw on, which Callum Connolly takes.
I think we can safely assume that Kenneth Maguna is a better.
Very much so, I can guarantee you.
Lookman forced into defensive duties, and helped out by Davy Clarkson. He can complete the clearance. Sort of pattern that we expected to the game, Graham. Little bit sloppy, a little bit tentative so far.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I mean it's your typical pre-season game, isn't it? You know, players just finding their feet. The odd ball, as you say, sloppily given away, but that's why we're here. That's why we're playing this first game, just to get the rustiness out of the players' bodies, make sure we're nice and sharp for when we open our campaign in the Premier League against Stoke.
Oluch, who's part of the Gor Mahia side that lifted 3 Kenyan titles on the spin, 2013, 14, 15. It's a good ball, but not too far ahead. The striker, and Martin Stecklenburg was there safely.
It was good football from Gor Mahia. They were quite comfortable playing it out from the back, not afraid to get on the ball. Ball played up to the front man, drops it down. Unfortunately, from a Gor Mahia perspective, the pass through was just a little bit overhit. Martin Stecklenburg swept up well.
Space for Callum Connolly on the left-hand side, back in field to Davy Clarkson, the Dutchman, finds James McCarthy, laid off to Ademola Lookman. I think Wayne Rooney's touched the ball for a while. Aaron Lennon tries to lift it over the Gor Mahia defence. It's tidied up nicely by George Odiambo. A loose touch allows Jack Tunisege to pick up possession. Throw in for the Toffees.
Slight deflection there of the Gor Mahia man. Gives us the throw on, which Aaron Lennon takes to Phil Jagielka.
Ashley Williams brings the ball forward for Everton. That's a good ball. James McCarthy, a little bit of space in the midfield area for the Irish international. 1-2 with Rooney. Leaves it for John Joe Kenny on this right-hand side. Thought about the cross, stumbled a little bit. James McCarthy turns into his tight spot, manages to retain possession.
That was a good opportunity there. So good layoff from Wayne Rooney there. One of his first touches of the game. Found its way out to John Joe Kenny, and maybe John Joe just delayed a little bit on the pass there. He perhaps would have tried to put a cross in the box.
challenge comes in from Callum Connolly. It's a bit unfortunate, Callum Connolly, in your picture there, who missed out on the World Cup final for the under-20s in the summer. Joe Kenny, Kieran Dowell, Ademola Lookman, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, the goal scorer, of course, in the final, all very much a part of the England under-20 side that conquered the world in the summer.
They certainly did. I mean, terrific from all of those young England players, and it bodes well, hopefully, for the future internationally, and obviously for us as a football club to see the young players representing the country and having the confidence to go out and win a World Cup. And hopefully they can be knocking on the door of our first team, because that's their next step for them.
Well, Ronald Koeman said, hasn't he, Tom Davies can do it, you can do it. If you're good enough, you're old enough.
Well, Tom Davies is the example for all of our young players. They've seen Tom pretty much come from an under-23 side and cement a place in our first team towards the end of last season. So there's the challenge, boys.
Rooney sweeps the free kick, too close to the goalkeeper, throws his arms out in a bit of frustration, but Boniface Aluch, 3 times Kenyan Player of the Year, was not tested on that occasion.
You know how good Wayne Rooney can be from free kick situations. I think he was looking for a few more bodies to head towards the goalkeeper there and put him under pressure, but it ended up harmlessly going through to him.
Still seem a bit strange to see Wayne Rooney in an Everton shirt, Graham. Take a bit of getting used to again.
Take a little bit of getting used to. I mean, he's used to be in a red shirt, unfortunately, for a long, long time, but as we said in the build-up to the game, I mean, Wayne's going to be so delighted to be back at Everton Football Club, and he's not played an awful lot of football, has he, over the last 12 months or so, and that's difficult. The older you get as a player, the more you need to play. Everybody thinks, oh, you can't play that many games when you're older because your body's creaking a little bit. The reality of it is, he's only 31 years of age. What he needs to do is play games and get his fitness levels up to speed, his sharpness, his match fitness, as we call it, and then we'll see the best of Wayne Rooney, hopefully, in the royal blue of Everton, although we're sporting our new away kit, Darren.
It's the shiny silver of Everton this afternoon, or this evening as it is now in Tanzania. Controlled by John Joe Kenny, pulled that out of the air nicely. Back to James McCarthy. Right to Callum Connolly, infield to Klassen. Nice touch. Schneiderlin, Lookman, Spetter, Graham.
Yeah, some good controlled possession from us.
We've got Ronald Koeman will want to see from his players. Here's John Joe Kenny. Never needs a second invitation to get forward, but well defended, very well defended by George Odiambo. Gets the ball back off Walasumbi. Boniface Aluch, who stumbles but still clears his lines and maybe fortuitously finds a green shirt.
I mean, credit to them. I mean, they're a confident bunch of players, this Gor Mahia side, and they're quite happy to take the odd risk, especially at the back there in defensive situations. They're quite comfortable in possession to build from the back. It's pretty much being played in the middle of the park at this moment in time. Not too many goalmouth opportunities to talk about. Always the hardest thing, though, producing the goods in the final third.
Gor Mahia 0, Everton 0 here. Just coming up to 16 minutes on the clock in Tanzania. Still very warm, but the shadow of the stand has now completely covered the playing surface. The players will be pleased with that. Kagiri plays it wide. Callum Connolly done for pace there quite comfortably. Cross comes in, but Callum Connolly did really well to get back and stop the cross. With Karim Izagiyamana on the right-hand side. He's a Burundi international. He looked quick.
Izagiyamana showed, explosive pace there, really. I mean, he absolutely ripped Callum Connolly apart there.
Here's Walasumbi. Goes for goal. That was a shot rather than a cross, I think, and Walasumbi just acknowledges to his teammates that it probably wasn't the right decision.
Optimistic, I'd say.
There's an interesting character, Dylan Kerr, the manager of Gor Mahia, took over from Zee Maria, and our good friend Ian Snowden, of course, back at Everton Football Club. His brother Glyn was a former teammate of the Gor Mahia manager when they were at Leeds United.
Yes, I spoke to Ian a couple of days ago, and he pointed that fact out to me. But great opportunity for Dylan to take over a very successful Kenyan side, and I'm sure he's loving every minute of it so far.
Won the Scottish Cup with Kilmarnock in 1998, Dylan Kerr, which I'm sure Ian Snowden can tell you about.
He kept it very simple in terms of the facts.
As he tends to do.
My brother knows it.
Ashley Williams puts his foot through the ball and then just shows his displeasure to the referee. Actually, I think Ashley thought he was being fouled there before he completed the clearance.
Not happy man, Ashley Williams, but the referee has given his decision. Let's make sure defensively we're concentrating now as Gor Mahia take a quick free kick.
It's a shot from distance. This time it was Ernest Wendo. Again, no trouble for Martin Stecklenburg. There's a few travelling toffees in the crowd.
Yeah, as ever, when we travel away from home, there's always toffees that come with us. Great to see them. It's a long journey out here to Tanzania, and every credit to each and every one of them who's made the effort to come over and support our team.
One or two expats as well here to support Everton Football Club. It's been a real community visit, hasn't it, Graham? We've been out and about. We've had hospital patients to see. We've been to universities. We've been to schools. We've had a gala dinner. It's been terrific. It's been hectic for a day and a half, but thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah, it's very enjoyable. As we mentioned before, the Tanzanian people have given us a terrific welcome. It's been an absolute pleasure to be here out in Tanzania. And as you mentioned, Dan, we've been to schools, universities. We've had patients from a hospital visit us as Wayne Rooney turns on a halfway line. But he's surrounded by about 4 Gor Mahia players.
To the free kick now. He's never going to get it, but
difficult situation. But as we said, I mean, it's been the community out here in Tanzania and the people of Sport Pesa as well who have put all this trip together. It's been outstanding. We've really enjoyed it. And unfortunately, we've got to leave this evening.
Zola again on this left-hand side. Flicks it in field to Odiambo. The pressure from John Joe Kenny. Odiambo finds Wendo. Carver comes the man down there. It's Wendo, is it? Groin strain.
Yeah, just look here.
Actually,
let's have a look on our monitor here. It's
George Odiambo.
Didn't look too damaging. He's holding his groin area there, and just wonder whether, as he played it there, he's just tweaked a muscle. Hopefully he'll be okay.
Bit of treatment, and I'm sure the Everton players, yes, just off your picture. But there's I think it's a Manchester United fan who's run onto the pitch to embrace Wayne Rooney just off your picture, but he's been dealt with quite quickly by the authorities.
He doesn't mean any harm by it, obviously, and I'm sure Wayne Rooney is an absolute hero to him, along with many other people here in Tanzania. But he's got his hug from Wayne Rooney, but he's being carted out of the arena, unfortunately for him.
Right, unceremoniously carted out of the arena. It is Ernest Wendo on the floor, by the way, being treated.
The good news, he's up.
He's up in the back.
Nice reaction from Wayne as well. Allowed a little hug.
It's only when you're in places like this that you realise just how famous that man really is. Wayne Rooney, everywhere he goes throughout his life, he's approached by supporters, and we're here in Tanzania and everybody knows him.
We look at him as a signing as a footballer, really, don't we? First and foremost, but certainly from a commercial perspective for the football club, he's going to be huge for us. And we've seen it with our own eyes over the last couple of days here in Tanzania that he's a very famous man. As simple as that. He's been a legend of the game. He's been England's captain, so we all know everybody in world football knows Wayne Rooney, and something that he's had to deal with over the course of the years, but he carries himself very well.
0-0 here in Tanzania. We've been playing for 22 minutes. Just a reminder, by the way, if it does end all square here after 90 minutes, we will go straight to penalty kicks. So we get some goal action.
Oh, if this first 22 minutes is to go by, we could be going to penalties, because we've had a couple of very speculative shots from the Gor Mahia side. Nothing really from the Everton players so far in terms of delivery in the final third. Hopefully that will change.
Rooney digs out a fine ball to Ademola Lookman, who eventually pulls it out from under his feet and will run at the Gor Mahia defence. Still Ademola Lookman, plays it to Rooney, back to Lookman. Again, it gets stuck under his feet and there's just too many defenders, but that was a little bit better, a little bit more incisive, Graham.
Incisive is the word, Darren, and you normally get that with young Ademola Lookman. He can pick up the ball, he's very, very quick, he's direct, he's positive, and he showed it there. Little 1-2 with Wayne Rooney. Tried to pick out Aaron Lennon, who was desperately trying to stay on side on the right-hand side. But it's just, we're slowly but surely getting there. It's picking up possession, but it's that final third that you really want to see that little bit of quality, don't you?
Osumbi plays it back to Kenneth Maguna. He just exchanged passes with Boniface Monday and wins a free kick. To the approval of Dylan Kerr, his manager. Ernest Wendo has not recovered from his injury. He is being replaced by number 30, Philemon Otieno. So Philemon Otieno is on, and Ernest Wendo is off. And there's an angle drive from the right-hand side of the penalty area that again was no trouble to Martin Stekelenburg.
It's quite clear that these Gor Mahia players are not afraid to shoot.
There's a shoot-on-sight policy at forwards, isn't there?
From any angle going.
Again, we can file that one. Ambitious. It's Phil Jagielka. Schneiderlin. Back to Jagielka and all the way back to Martin Stekelenburg. A great deal the manager can say, really, is that even if it is a little bit sloppy, because it is the first game of the summer.
Yeah, I think we have to, as a manager, as commentators, we have to build that factor in, don't we? That it's not going to just magically happen in the first 45 minutes of a pre-season where you're working hard on a daily basis, so you're approaching the game not exactly fresh and as sharp as you normally would be anyway. But, you know, there's going to be mistakes, and if you're going to make mistakes, this is where to do it on the first game of pre-season, and you eradicate them over the course of the next few weeks so that you're ready for the first game against Stoke in Premier League.
And clearance by Shikava wins Gor Mahia a free kick, a couple of yards inside the Everton half of the field. 0-0. Probably penalised for the foul on Amondi. That's the substitute Otieno. Back to Shikava. He plays it across the middle. A little bit of space here for Gor Mahia. Played over the top towards the centre forward. Sienge. The move breaks down, courtesy of an offside flag.
Actually, very, very nearly resulted in an opportunity for Gor Mahia there. They're just getting the wrong side of Phil Jagielka there, and for a moment, he looked like he could get away.
I'm going to get the commentator's nightmare of 22 changes at half-time, Graham.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'll leave you to that bit, Darren.
Sloppy ball from James McCarthy, picked up by the speed merchant Izzy Amana. And Izzy Amana runs on, hoping to take advantage, but Ashley Williams had already been penalised. It's a free kick. It was a push in the back on to Yusenge. And a free kick. Going here.
Just looking around the stadium, it's a 60,000-seater stadium. From where I'm looking down, I would say there's got to be at least 40 of here. Which represents a pretty good turnout.
Trying to dispossess Mohamed Musa.
unlucky there, Wayne. The ball just didn't quite break for him.
Still got the fire, hasn't he? Still protesting against decisions, even though it's a pre-season friendly, and that's what we want to see from Wayne Rooney.
Well, that's why he's the player he's been throughout his career, because he has got that fire in his belly, and you don't want to take that away from him, because that's what makes him that's what just gives him that extra little bit of edge. Lovely touch from
to Davy Klassen. Rooney asks a little bit too much of John Joe Kenny. Somebody can pick it up for Gor Mahia, but Davy Klassen wins it back again. Good first-time ball by Schneiderlin to his former Manchester United colleague Wayne Rooney. Picked up by Callum Connolly, scampering forward into a little bit of a cul-de-sac, and eventually he's outnumbered. The ball breaks for Ademola Lookman eventually. Here's Davy Klassen. Aaron Lennon. Lennon, nice turn by Aaron Lennon, but again he just runs into a little wall of green shirts, and man Godfrey Walasumbi picks it up again, curls it forward, looking for Tuyasengi. It's all a little bit scrappy in there, a little bit pinballish. And Morgan Schneiderlin gives the ball away again. That's a good bit of skill by Kagire, and Kagire finds a good ball as well. Real chance here, but a poor first touch by Nizigiyamana, and Ademola Lookman the opportunity to make the tackle. It's a corner kick.
Yeah, he did really well there, Ademola Lookman. Having to deal with a Callum Connolly had tucked in, and Ademola Lookman was one-on-one, and that left back berth, he just about got himself back in position to make life difficult for the attacking player there.
Challenge John Joe Kenny. John Joe Kenny be pushing for a first-team place in the continued absence of Seamus Coleman.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, the injury to Seamus was horrific, and we all felt desperately sorry for him, but the good news is he's back up, he's walking quite nicely, and he's working hard in the physio room back at Finch Farm, back in the UK. But the reality of it is he's going to be still out for a good while, and there's a great opportunity for John Joe to try and cement himself that right back berth alongside Mason Holgate, who hasn't made this trip because obviously he was in the under-21 side, along with Jordan Pickford, who also hasn't made the trip. They've been given a little bit of an extended break, richly deserved as well. But obviously Mason Holgate will be eyeing up that right back berth as a starting player against Stoke. That's what we want, competition for places.
Wasn't the best ball by Phil Jagielka, was it? Ashley Williams wouldn't have thanked him for that, and it's a throw-in on the far side, and they're just starting to turn the screw a wee bit, Gor Mahia, much to that man's delight.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming up to half an hour now, and I'm sure, you know, it doesn't sound a long time, half an hour, but in the heat and with it being the first game and what have you, and the intensity that this Gor Mahia side are playing at as well, it's I'm sure the legs are, you know, aching a little bit out there, even at half an hour. But that's exactly what we want. That's the requirements. That's what pre-season's all about. And I would be very, very surprised if the Gor Mahia side don't get stronger as the game goes on.
We'll guess that Gor Mahia will make a plethora of changes as well, because they've named 14 substitutes.
Perhaps they're going to fight fire with fire, Darren, and make 11 changes, as you mentioned earlier.
Ademola Lookman does well again. Davy Klassen seeing plenty of the ball in the middle of the park. Steers it wide to John Joe Kenny. Forward to Wayne Rooney. So good with his back to goal, isn't he? Klassen back to John Joe Kenny. Would you like to see Davy Klassen get forward a little bit more?
Well, I mean, I'm sure Davy Klassen will try and get forward as best as he possibly can, but, you know, first and foremost, we've got to make sure we, you know, keep hold of that ball up top and have some controlled possession, and then Davy Klassen can make his runs forward. At the moment, it's all a bit bitty from us, which, again, I'll go back to saying, you know, it's the first game of pre-season. We're going to get situations like that. Not a particularly great tackle on Wayne Rooney there.
Free kick. Wayne's back on his feet. It was Musa Mohammed at the challenge, and the ball wasted. The free kick is wasted, and it's a goal kick, and that's probably symptomatic of a rather scrappy opening half hour or so, Graham.
Yeah, scrappy half an hour, but the idea was right from Wayne. Aaron Lennon bursting forward on the right hand side there. Wayne spots him, tries to pick him out, slightly overhit ball. But at least Wayne has seen, that's what Wayne Rooney's all about. He sees people, he sees the runners, he picks out a picture and, you know, looks to make that pass.
It's Callum Connolly, Ademola Lookman, John Joe Kenny and 8 full internationals out on parade for Everton. Strong squad ahead of the new season, and the supporters absolutely delighted, not only with the quality of the signings, Graham, but as you quite rightly alluded to earlier on, the timing, which is often just as important. It's great that so many new signings can be involved in the first game of the summer.
Yeah, I agree. I think to do your business this early in the summer helps everybody. Certainly the players coming into the club, they get the opportunity to travel away here, obviously to Tanzania. We go to Holland and Belgium next week as well, and just gives everybody a chance to spend some time with the players, get to know everybody, get to know the way each player behaves off the park, on the park. There's all different ways of trying to settle in as a new player coming into a football club. So, you know, pattern of play comes into it later on towards the end of the season.
Half chance here. Oh,
Great
good challenge from Callum Connolly. Did really, really well. It was a chance from nowhere for Gor Mahia, and young Connolly did really well. And then James McCarthy takes the foul, and it's a free kick for Everton. But we'll just have another look at that one, Graham.
Yeah, very much so. Just talking about the build up to the season, but certainly situations like that, you want to see a defender diving in, last-ditch challenge, and it was a terrific challenge from young Callum Connolly there to protect us from perhaps going 1-0 down.
Mehdi Kagire it was with the effort. He's a Rwandan international, signed from Albanian club football for Gor Mahia. Ademola Lookman, good control, good turn. Still just about got possession despite getting his ankles wrapped, and another good spinner again from the youngster, and he finds Wayne Rooney. Rooney has a little look up, goes for goal, and scores a fantastic goal, and Wayne Rooney is back, and how?
Well, we touched on it earlier on, didn't we? He's not really been involved in a huge way in this first half, Darren, but he's got that bit of magic about him, and he picks the ball up. Good work, incidentally, by Ademola Lookman on that left-hand side. He's probably looked one of the sharper players on view here this evening in Tanzania. But he picks the ball, he picks Wayne Rooney out in the middle of the park. Wayne takes a touch out of his feet, and he's got quality. Simple as that. He's got top quality, and it's a brilliant finish.
Look what he turns. He's a long way out. He has a little look. He picks his target, and 34 minutes into his new Everton career, Wayne Rooney finds the back of the net. Remember the name.
Remember the name. No one's forgotten it, Darren. Now, dare I suggest that that's not dissimilar to Wayne's very first goal for Everton Football Club against Arsenal. Yep. Not dissimilar.
He struck it very similarly. Found the top corner. And Boniface Oluch, the 3 times Kenyan Player of the Year, was clutching thin air. Well, we've just notched the hype up a little bit more as well.
Look, I mean, I don't care whether you're an 18-year-old kid making your debut here this evening, or your 31-year-old ex-England captain Wayne Rooney. You score goals like that, and it settles you right down. Makes you feel 10 foot tall. Wayne Rooney's no different. I bet he is absolutely buzzing inside.
Terrific goal. Everton take the lead in the Sport Pacer Cup final. Wouldn't you know it? Wayne Rooney from 25, at least 25 yards, top corner. Well, that's how we would have dreamt it last night, isn't it?
Not so. No ideal start for Wayne Rooney. I'd like to see plenty more of them, please, Wayne, this season.
Pockets of Evertonians were celebrating, by the way, when the goal went in. There were a few toffees dotted around the stadium, and we understand that a few of the locals will be backing Everton against the Kenyan side as well, as Iamana wins a corner kick on the right-hand side.
I think the whole stadium was on their feet, really. I mean, when you see a goal of that quality, sometimes, you know, especially pre-season, it doesn't really matter who you support. You stand up and applaud the skill that Wayne Rooney showed there to put Everton 1-0 up with 37 minutes very clearly coming up into this first half.
Martin Stecklenburg just organising his defence. Gor Mahia aren't exactly pouring players forward, but I tell you what, they had enough in there, because Jacques Tuasenge has headed Gor Mahia level, it's one apiece. Graham Stewart.
Yeah, well, that's going to frustrate Ronald Koeman even at this early stage of the season, when you probably, the very, very last thing you've done is set pieces and making sure you're defensively rock solid from set pieces. However, it's a run that's gone unnoticed at the near post. No one's gone with him. You've got to give credit where it's due. It's a terrific header, glancing header. Martin Stecklenburg, no chance, and no longer are we celebrating Wayne Rooney's opening goal. Gor Mahia equalised to make it 1-1.
Tuyasenge pats the badge. We go again, it's one apiece. 2 goals in a few minutes, probably just what the game needed. We could have done with 2 for Everton, obviously, but it's 1-1.
I mean, it was a quiet first half an hour in terms of goal-mouth action. All of a sudden, the game's burst into life.
Has to play it all the way back to Martin Stecklenburg. No blame attributed to the Everton goalkeeper for the goal, any more than there was any blame attached to Boniface Allouche for Wayne Rooney's goal.
No, none whatsoever. I don't think either keeper could do too much about either the shot from Wayne Rooney or the header.
Drills it wide to John Joe Kenny. Good first-time layoff. Aaron Lennon has to sprint to try and keep it in play, and I don't think he's won a corner. Oh, yes, he has. Michael on this near side has signalled that it's a corner kick. Let's have a little look.
Yeah, charitable from the linesman, in my opinion. Last touch, as you see there, is definitely off Aaron Lennon as the challenge came in, but we'll take it.
Corner kick, which Wayne Rooney will take. There's Ademola Lookman. Larson. Little ding to the back stick. Oh, full Jagielka in loads of space, but I think because he was in an offside position. Nicely worked, nonetheless.
That's a good from David Larson, but yeah, quite clearly you can see there's probably, well, take your pick really. Well drilled Gor Mahia defensive line there, pushing
very good
up.
line, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. There was at least 3 offside in the silver shirt. Silver or grey there?
It's a silvery grey, isn't it?
With blue piping.
Ademola Lookman to James McCarthy. This is an interchange between those two. Rooney picks it up, has a little look up, finds John Joe Kenny. First time pass is intercepted, and the last 10 minutes have been far better, Graham, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's taken both sides a while to warm into the game. It's to be expected from our way of thinking and looking at it. Here, as we know, are midway through their season, so they're well up to speed. But I'm sure there was a few nerves from the Gor Mahia side coming into this game against the likes of playing against the big Premier League side.
Prods it forward, but it's out to play. It'll be another throw in for Gor Mahia.
5 minutes of the first half remains, plus any time the referee decides to add on.
Here 1, Everton 1 here in Tanzania. You're listening to me, Darren Griffiths, with Graham Stewart alongside me for the Everton TV coverage live from the Tanzanian capital. Time to pick up Martin Stecklenburg. Just debating what colour the Everton kit is, grey or silver. What about Martin Stecklenburg's shocking tangerine, I think we could call that.
It's definitely a shade of orange, so.
It's a good ball. Chance now for Greener to break. He prods it onto Tuyasenge, the Gor Mahia goal scorer. Tuyasenge checks, has a little look up, little back flick to Walasumbi. Walasumbi's cross takes a slight deflection, does it off John Joe Kenny? No. Okay. Applause from Dylan Kerr, though. The Gor Mahia manager, Graham, will be pleased, won't he?
I think he'll be very pleased, yeah. I mean, you're playing against the top Premier League side here. And the holding their own. As we keep mentioning, let's not forget it's our first 45 minutes of pre-season. Gor Mahia are midway through their season, so clearly that is a leveler in terms of fitness at least. I'm sure Ronald Koeman will be equally delighted with the work that the side has had to put into the game so far in this first half, because that is important. And it's if you've got a side who are lacklustre and not really causing you too many problems, and you're rolling them over 5-0 first game of pre-season, it looks good on paper. The reality of it is totally different. You're not really putting in the hard yards. That's not the case this evening.
Certainly are tonight. One apiece. All our viewers watching on Super Sport enjoying the game as well. There's a lot of speculative effort from Mehdi Kagire, and it's Dylan Kerr doesn't share your amusement, Graham. I'm not surprised.
Well, I mean, I'm amused purely on the basis there's been 4 of them so far in the half, and you normally see 1 of them per season going at best.
Schneider round to John Joe Kenny. Going to Aaron Lennon, tries to backflip and falls over. There's Tuasengi. Wasabi on the overlap. Tuasengi goes himself, tries a shot. I think he's drifting wide, but Martin Stecklenburg smothers it safely anyway.
He's a lively player, Tuasengi, isn't he? He makes some good runs. He works the channels really, really well. Certainly not afraid to shoot. That was going wide, but Martin Stecklenburg decided to make certain of the save anyway, even though it was probably going to go wide. But he did the right thing, Martin.
There's the substitute. Tieno. Walasumbi. By John Joe Kenny, and he wanted the free kick, did Giorgio Diamba. We wasn't going to get it, but Gor Mahia win it back again. They're quick, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a sharp side, and they've got athleticism inside as well.
Crosses, and Ashley Williams couldn't get there. Phil Jagielka could, and Morgan Schneiderlin's headed just fine as James McCarthy, but Everton are a little bit uncertain in the final third of the field. There's effort number 5 from distance. None of them have troubled the keeper.
No, none of them have troubled the keeper, but they're not lacking in confidence, and certainly that equalising goal has given the Kenyan side a lift. They believe they can win the game, there's no doubt about that.
Don't forget, we'll go to penalties if the scoreline, the current scoreline of 1-1 is the scoreline after 90 minutes. No extra time in this Sport Pacer Cup, straight to the dreaded shootout. Here's Williams. The ball looking for Aaron Lennon, but still be 1 minute of added time to play at the end of this first half for the injury we had earlier in the game to Ernest Wendo. Foot there, but it breaks for David Klaassen anyway, and he just couldn't find Wayne Rooney. Here's Jagielka, slides through to David Klaassen. Here's Rooney, wide to Lookman, appeals for offside or waved away. Lookman get the ball into the penalty area. There might be one last opportunity for Everton if he can, but he's forced away from goal. Here's again with the Mola Lookman. Rooney, back to Klaassen, just overruns it a little bit. As well though to win it back. And there is the half-time whistle. 1 apiece at the break. Graham Stewart, is that just about a fair reflection of the opening 45?
Yeah, I'd say it probably is, yeah. I mean, both sides for half an hour didn't really test either goalkeeper, but all of a sudden the game burst into life with a moment of magic from Wayne Rooney as he cut inside and unleashed a 25-yard shot straight in the top corner. 2 minutes later, down the line from a piece of sloppy marking. Gor Mahia get the equaliser, and we go in at half-time 1-1.
That was the undoubted highlight of the first half, wasn't it? That moment of magic from Wayne.
Without a doubt, as I said, very, very similar to the goal he scored as a young man, bursting onto the scene as an Everton player against Arsenal. Very, very close in terms of similarity, Darren.
enjoyed that. Ronald Koeman will be pleased, as you alluded to in the commentary, Graham, that his players are getting a workout with the first game of the summer. What he won't be pleased about is that A, Gor Mahia equalised quickly, and B, from a set piece.
Well, no, I mean, absolutely, it's the age-old problem, isn't it? You tend to shut off. You go 1-0 ahead, and something in you as a side, as an individual, just shuts down for a couple of minutes, and we were guilty of that. Poor goal to give away, unmarked at the near post. Credit for the header, by the way. It was a terrific header. Martin Stekelenburg had no chance, but that said, Ronald Koeman won't be happy. He's a winner, and he wants to see clean sheets for his side.
They've had their moments, haven't they, Gor Mahia?
Yeah, they have. Speculative shots from 35, 40 yards, yeah, for a good while throughout that game have probably been their most likely source, but they're athletic. They've knocked the ball around well. They're keen, and they're giving us problems. They are. There's no doubt about it. They're giving us a real good test, and that's what we want. As we've mentioned, opportunity here now. You just see out there. It doesn't matter what angle they're at. They're quite happy to shoot on sight.
We'll basically be getting 2 games tonight, won't we? Because Everton will make 11 changes, we understand. And by the way, the Kenyan side, Gor Mahia, left the field altogether. It looks as if they'll make a few changes as well.
Yeah, I'm sure they will, as we just get another opportunity here to see Wayne Rooney's opening goal. His second spell as an Everton player, and Wayne looks up to the gods, and he was smiling down on him there when he struck that ball. It was a terrific finish.
And the technique.
Yeah, it's a terrific technique. I mean, Wayne's always had good technique. His first touch has always been good. His awareness is good. And the most important thing, the strike of the ball, magnificent. Gives the goalkeeper no chance. And it's the dream start to his second spell as an Everton player. But as we mentioned, a couple of minutes later, there's your equaliser. Poor marking at the near post, glancing header. And all of a sudden we're back to 1-1 and level again.
It was a disappointing goal to concede, but undoubtedly the highlight of the first half was that wonder goal by Wayne Rooney. At half-time here in the National Stadium in Tanzania, Gor Mahia 1, Everton 1.
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3,
Check
4,
mic,
5.
check mic. Hello, can you hear me?
1, 2, 1, 2.
Well, the end of the first half, and it's 1-1. And you can't say it's been the most exciting half of this match at all. You could actually say that, the exciting thing that happened in the very first jumped onto the field and went and hugged Wayne Rooney and was hurtled off the field. We don't know exactly where to, but we hope that everything is going to be okay with him. But he didn't start ticking up to about the 20th minute or something like that. And Gor Mahia seemed to have been holding on very nicely. Or let's put it the other way around, that Everton wasn't ticking as hard as we expected them to. But we expect that ball will be coming up in the second half. But I'll start with Leon here. Really, did Everton get a little bit of the jitters? They didn't play that much in the first half, did they?
No, I mean, you know, the team will be disappointed with the first half performance. They, you know, they realise it's the very start of pre-season. There'll be a few tired legs, a few legs that need, you know, to brush the cobwebs off. But you know, they will be disappointed with the first half performance. There was too many people coming towards the ball and not many people running away from the ball to be played in on goal. And our striker Wayne Rooney was very isolated at times, and that gave Gor Mahia a lot of time to get on the ball, play forward, and if anything, I thought they were the better team in the first half.
Well, Jacob, what do you make of Gor Mahia in the first half? Do you think that they did a better job than the Everton side?
Well, I think both teams were shy in the third quarter. I mean, in attacking in the third of the pitch, because we saw a lot of play concentrated in the midfield. But in terms of goal mouth action, there was very little. But I think one statement that has been made here is Wayne Rooney is a class above the rest.
Well, that comes with a goal that he scored much later on. But let's start at the beginning then. We didn't see anything much. The Gor Mahia side seemed to have the game, but Miguna had two chances. He didn't shoot right in the first. He seemed to have been so involved. But this is not the way you shoot towards goal. When you get an easy ball like that one, they take the possession away at about this point from Everton, and they're very well placed. This is Mikuna. He's got a perfect chance to shoot towards goal, Jacob. What's the problem with that?
It was a great opportunity, but I think he was goal shy. He just couldn't get the right technique because they pressed Everton on that one. They won the possession, good pressure on that defense. And look at that, they win possession immediately, and immediately Miguna has a good opportunity, but he shoots wide.
It was great pressure from Gor Mahia to win the ball back so high in Everton's part of the field. He should have done better with the shot, but it was great pressure from the right back to stop him getting a clear shot on goal.
Well, the reason why I'm talking about it as shots, he's not the only one who missed the shots. Karim Zigimana as well had about 2 or 3 chances to shoot at goal. He didn't shoot in the first one. The second one, I think it took a little bit too long. Is there a problem with the shooting on the Gor Mahia side?
No, I think Karim has done really well in the first half. He expressed himself on that right side. He made very good overlapping runs.
Well,
but
yes.
Looking at his position, the switch play was good because they played very tight. And look at that, very good change of play here. But Karim's shot, of course.
It's a defender's shot, they say. But he had another chance earlier on, and he didn't shoot at all. Almost at a similar position. What's the problem with that?
Well, I think he did well to go in that target area, but I think a little bit of ambitious, overzealous in front of goal. He doesn't find himself in such situation most of the time. He's used to bringing the crosses.
Now you see why people would then jump into the field, because there's someone who jumped into the field just to go and hug Wayne Rooney and then come back. But then, I don't know if that's what spurred on Wayne Rooney to be able to do what he did, because he had a very classic goal from a very good build-up as well. Wayne Rooney certainly in a class of his own, isn't he, Leon?
Yes, he is. I mean, Ademola Lookman did fantastic here on the ball, showed his array of skills to release Wayne Rooney, and that's the first time in the game that Wayne Rooney got to face goal with a bit of space, and when he does have an opportunity like that, facing goal, he's got the ability to pull the trigger and score from that far out. And you know, the keeper may be a bit surprised off his line, but you know, Wayne Rooney can do that as often as he wants.
Jacob has coached this goalkeeper several times. What was the problem this time around? He never gets beaten by such balls.
You don't blame the keeper. You congratulate Wayne Rooney, because look at him. He didn't look like he was shooting, but he looked at the position of the keeper and he took his shot. Boom. I mean, that is world class.
So what Wayne Rooney is able to do, he got turned and he got facing the Gor Mahia goal, and within 1 second he was able to analyse, should he place someone in, should he keep running with the ball, or should he shoot? And he's so good because he can make that decision, and he can make the right decision so quick, and with his talent on the ball, he can produce that kind of skill to find the goal.
I think it's a mark of a good striker when you can be able to do that so quickly. The goalkeeper didn't react on time. That's the reason why it went in. He didn't look like he was going to shoot at all, but before you know it, he takes it. But we've got also the Tuisenge goal in the 36th minute. I think these goals were just like 2 minutes apart. Is it that Gor Mahia wanted to show that we can also shoot at will, or is it because they had good play?
Well, they always say that once you score, you are most vulnerable. and also a team that has been scored could also consider second goal. And I think this is where Everton went to sleep. But look at Tuisenge, did very well. He jumped above everybody and picked his spot on that. That's a great goal by Tuisenge and a great equalizer. They just replied on that one, and look at the skill.
Well, the one thing that Tuisenge has is the height, and that matches the defender's height as well. But he beat them to just that quick touch on the ball,
Yeah,
that quick
he does,
nod.
but if you look at the goal again, the Everton players are all very static. They're all stood still, and it's a lot more difficult to win a header from a corner when you're on the back foot, whereas the Gor Mahia player had a clear run-up. He was unmarked, he attacked the space, and the ball came to him, and he managed to find the right touch to get a goal. And you know, whether you'd say that's poor defending or great attacking play, I think it's a bit of a mixture of both.
So let's just say the second half of the first half was very eventful, because that's where we got the 2 goals from. Let's put this into figures, because figures never lie. We've got only 9 goal attempts in the entire game. Not good enough for a game of Everton and Gor Mahia.
No, we would have expected more attempts on goal in the game, but you know, Gor Mahia have had 7. Gor Mahia, I feel, have been on the front foot. They've been the ones more attempting to make them opportunities more. I just don't think they've had the clear-cut chance.
Okay, what about the shots on target? They still don't convince me that's which is actually the true reflection. We only had 4, and 2 of them were the goals.
I think it's a complete story of this first 45 minutes. I mean, it's a balanced game when you look at it, and I think that 1-1 draw at halftime is a fair score.
All right then, so we had only 1 offside. That tells you we had a very good thing going. 4 corners, and that's it. So that tells you it was a very good. This is what you've got as choices in the second half. Jacob, what do you think Gor Mahia will do? Ernest Wendo is already out with injury, so they've got only 2 chances, maybe 3.
Well, they have still Francis Kahata, Kenyan international. He might get an opportunity to come in and play. Jean-Baptiste said the other Rwandese international also could have a chance to play in that midfield.
What about on Everton? Are you going to make changes, or do you keep the team that is on the field?
No, this is, as much as we want to win the game, this is a pre-season exercise. It's a game where the Everton players are here to get as much fitness as possible. So, you know, 1 week's training, I think 45 minutes of football will be enough for the players tonight. So I think he'll make as many changes as he can at half-time.
Well done then, Leon, and thank you, Jacob, as well. That's the analysis that we had for you at halftime. We hope that the second half will be more ticking, so you make sure you keep it right here for the second half. It's going to be more explosive, and you expect more goals to come up in the second half of the Everton versus Gor Mahia at the National Stadium in Dar es Salaam.
Welcome back to the National Stadium here in Tanzania for the second half. The Gor Mahia supporters, you can see in your pictures, rather bizarrely, Arsene Wenger banner as well in the middle of the stadium. Not sure what that's all about. Not sure why we need to see it either, but there you go. Teams are out for the second half. Here don't appear to have made too many changes. Well, you can see Wafula, number 14, is certainly out there. Everton, as expected, a complete turnaround. Start the second half with Matthew Schultz in goal, Leighton Baines, Michael Keane, Tom Davis, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Kevin Morales, Matty Pennington, Idrissa Gana Gueye, Gareth Barry, Mo Besic, Kieran Dowell, Joe Williams.
He's on the bench there. He could be the unfortunate one who's just had to bide his time a little bit, Darren. Young Joe. Good start from Tom Davis straight away.
Yeah, picks the ball up. He's got Dominic Calvert-Lewin in support. Tom Davis, little step over, trying to get to the byline. Wins a corner. A matter of 15 seconds or so inside the second half, and what a way to make an introduction.
Great start from Tom Davis. Showed endeavour straight away to close the ball down there, and he drove him in towards the box.
For a penalty,
I was going to say, it took a while actually for the referee to give a decision. I'm thinking to myself, you have to give a corner at least, otherwise it must be a penalty. As it happens, he's given the corner.
Short corner routine. Morales to Idrissa Gueye, that familiar holding position for him in the midfield area. Terrific to see Mo Besic back in action as well. Leighton Baines tidies up, plays it back to young Matthias Schultz, whose attempted clearance is charged down. He's got to get the second ball, and he does. Nervy moment for young Matthias Schultz, who's a calm and collected character, but be relieved to have caught that one.
Could have, in my opinion, been put under a hell of a lot more pressure than he actually was when he caught that ball, but comfortable for him in the end.
Here's Michael Keane, his first taste of action in an Everton jersey. He finds Idrissa Gueye. Back to Keane, infield to Gareth Barry. Besic. Bright stars, isn't it?
Certainly is.
And there's the commentator's curse. Leighton Baines side foots the ball into touch. On this near side for Gor Mahia, which Izzy Guillemano will take.
Interesting tactically from an Everton's perspective. The returning Mo Besic is playing centre half alongside Michael Keane, our new signing. Matty Pennington plays out on the right back berth.
Michael Keane just nods it forward to Idrissa Gueye. Good layout to Tom Davis. Oh, he just couldn't get the ball out from under his feet. Or that would have been a semblance of an opening.
He needed eyes in the back of his head there, Tom, because Kevin Morales was totally and utterly unmarked on this near side.
It's one of Sunby. Sengi, the goal scorer, well read by Gareth Barry.
I've seen on numerous occasions this Gor Mahia side, they're not afraid to play out from the back, but with it they take chances.
Calvert-Lewin's underneath it, so is Idrissa Gueye.
Again, here starting from the keeper, prepared to play out from the back. Confident bunch of players, as they should be, sitting top of the Premier League in Kenya.
Francisco Harter is one of the Gor Mahia substitutes as well, who's on for the second half. Michael Keane does really well to find Kevin Morales on this left-hand side. Now a little bit of space for Kevin Morales to run into. Brings the ball infield, slides it towards Calvert-Lewin. The flick towards Kieran Dowell. Tom Davis will pull the trigger from distance. And probably could and should have done a wee bit better.
Yeah, definitely should have. A player of Tom's quality coming onto that ball there. It was a really good opportunity to strike through the ball, but it's just all wrong really from Tom there. He'll know that better than anybody else.
He's made a mess of it. That's what he's done.
Good positive start from young Tom though, getting himself forward at every opportunity.
Good start from Everton to the second period.
Yeah, it's lively.
Well, Besic, good control, good turn away from Idrissa.
He's working it up to the job.
Kieran Dowell to Idrissa Gueye onto Gareth Barry. Good football again. Positive start from Everton. Mo Besic scampers forward with the ball at his feet, lays it to Tom Davies, gets it back again. He might be centre half, but he's not going to be afraid to join in the attacks. Mo Besic. Kevin Morales will cross it, and it's headed away. Gareth Barry. Intensity to our play there.
It's a brighter start to the second half than the first half. There's no doubt about that. There's a real intent about our play, certainly. None more so than Mo Besic. A terrific ball from Michael Keane finds Tom Davies again.
Just trying to get half a yard for a shooting opportunity. Can't do so. He wins it back again. Loose ball falls for Idrissa Gueye. Here's Gareth Barry. Has a little look up. Picks out Kevin Morales. He's got Leighton Baines in support if he needs it. Morales takes the ball across the middle of the park. How many times have we seen him do that? Still got possession. Needs a bit of help now. Gets it from Kieran Dowell. Dowell onto Tom Davies, but the return ball from Tom Davies just wasn't happy with enough.
Just looking at that there, if that had been an under-23 game, I think Kieran Dowell would have just taken the touch inside and smashed that towards goal, because he can do it.
It's in his locker, isn't it?
He's got that capability. We've seen it so many times. I think he should have been a little bit more selfish there, Kieran.
As you say, if he's playing for David Unsworth's under-23s, he gives that a crack, doesn't he?
Absolutely. I've seen it on many an occasion.
23s, of course. Champions of England.
Scoreboard to the left of us there, Darren, and I'm convinced we're more than 1 minute 54 seconds into the second half. Are you?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Played for more than 2 minutes. So the referees watch is more accurate in the stadium clock. Gives us a little bit of a problem. We'll just add 2 minutes on to each incident. Break down the right-hand side by Izzy Guillemana. He wins himself a throw-in. So nice to see Kevin Morales tracking back. Again, we have to reiterate, it's all about hard work, isn't it, in the days. In fact, it was Leighton Baines who gave the foul away.
I mean, Leighton Baines gives the foul away. Very charitable, I feel, though, from the linesman there, because clearly it touched Leighton's boot and went out for what I thought was a throw-on. But the linesman was beady-eyed and decided to wave his flag, and the referee results in a free kick to Gor Mahia.
From this right-hand side, Sambi is over the ball. Curls it in, it's low, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin of all people then hooked to safety by Kevin Morales. Nice first touch by Otieno. Decent effort under pressure, but well smothered by Matthias Hult.
Comfortable for Matty in goal there.
1-1 in Tanzania. It's still warm, I can tell you. Michael Keane. Message.
Positive Mo Besic as a centre half. As positive I've ever seen one. Give it away though on that occasion. Good pressurisation there.
Goalkeeper gives it away as well. Olachin breaks for Kieran Dowell.
This has just been very clear from the Everton dressing room in this second half, is go out there and work your socks off, press them, everybody follow the ball. It's been a really, really positive and exciting start to the second half.
It's been really good. It's been a more positive start to the second half than we had to the first, and if they keep this intensity, sleeping tablets on the aircraft back to the United Kingdom.
I tell you what, I've just seen the best piece of skill. Wayne Rooney scored a magnificent goal this evening here in Tanzania, but the groundsman, Shane, who's done a terrific job on the pitch, it must be said, has just taken the ball out of the sky from 40 foot, killed it stone dead, kept it up for 3, and punched it back to the player. It was magnificent skill, which wasn't unnoticed by the crowd. It must be said, gave him a big cheer.
And he deserves a big cheer as well, because the pitch is in much better condition than it was a month or so ago.
Chalk and cheese, it really is, the condition of the pitch.
Yes, I mean, it's excellent. It's a penalty there. Just to put the striker off. It was a
picks the ball up and doesn't turn down the opportunity to put a ball in. But Michael Keane and Matty Pennington, who tucked himself in from a right back slot there to avert the danger.
Davis is fouled by Otieno. Be a free kick for Everton. Stadium clock is 4 minutes slow, by the way, Graham. So we've actually had 9.5 minutes of the second half and not 5.
Thank you, Darren. Bear that in mind.
Tom Davis, easy decision for the referee. Big season this for Tom Davis, isn't it? Because he is no longer an unknown quantity.
That's correct, yes. I mean, he burst onto the scene. I mean, the game that stands out to me was the Manchester City game at home, where he took on the likes of Yaya Toure in the middle of the park, and he certainly came out on top in that game and scored a fantastic individual goal. So people now know the name of Tom Davis, and that second season is always the harder one for you, because as you quite rightly mentioned, Darren, you're no longer the unknown. Can you push on? Can you cement yourself in that side? Still a young man.
He's just had to do a little bit of juggling there himself to blast the ball to safety. It was an awkward back pass to control for the young man, and did reasonably well.
And sometimes as a goalkeeper, I mean, if you're facing a difficult decision, sometimes the best thing to do is to hit row X.
The substitute's about to come on for Gor Mahia. Certainly the goalkeeper's about to be changed. It's the end of the evening very shortly for Boniface Oluch, and Frederick Odiambo will be coming on. There we go. First of all, though, we'll see Timothy Ateno. Substitute. Aguirre has made way. Timothy Otieno is on for Gor Mahia. Kieran Dowell on the right-hand side for Everton. Wins a throw-in, takes it quickly. Chance for Everton to maybe get the ball inside the penalty area. Gareth Barry has it. All the changes tend not to help in these type of games, do they?
Certainly not the commentators, it doesn't.
No.
But no, I mean, certainly, I mean, from a Gor Mahia perspective, I think it might trouble them more it troubles us. Certainly the first 12 minutes or so of this second half would suggest that, because I think we've been really bright in our play. The work rate's been excellent.
Took a little flick from Kieran Dowell to find Matty Pennington. Right-hand side, can he get across in? Yes, he can. He's got to break to the edge of the penalty area towards Idrissa Gueye, but it's scrambled clear by Flemon Otieno.
Yeah, it's heart and mouth stuff there when you get those little balls that come out towards the edge of the box and two players go for it at the same time, and it's, I think Idrissa, if that was a Premier League game in a few weeks' time, might have gone flying into the challenge, should we say, but I think he made the right decision there based on the fact that this is the first 45 minutes of his pre-season, to just ease himself in. Don't want to pick up any silly injuries. It's so important as a player to get through pre-season. If that means you just have to use your brains a little bit, be sensible, and don't go into silly challenges, then I think we can all accept that.
Davis goes in. It's whacks a safety again. So Sengi chases it down, but he goes out of play, and it'll be a throw in for Everton on the far side. Of course, Mo Bezic knows that as well as anybody. He started pre-season a couple of years ago really brightly, and then broke down.
Yeah, I mean that's and it's horrible, because you're forever playing catch up again then for the rest of the season. You really are. Pre-season's vital. It really is, and. Certainly with us using minimum 22 players this evening, the hope is that they all get on that plane this evening, please fit, able to continue the build-up when we get back to Finch Farm.
Twenty Shade coming up, and also FC Genk as well, Sevilla at Goodison Park. Small matter of the Europa League as well on the horizon. organising the draw of which is tomorrow. We're looking forward to that one.
Yeah, we are looking forward to it. It's a difficult one though, because it's you know, we might have them, or there's two possibilities, isn't there?
It's
because
an either-or situation.
It's an either-or situation, and very, very difficult for everybody connected with the club to plan for, really, because you're going to end up with 7 days left before you're absolutely confirmed as to who you've got. So for supporters, for officials of the club in terms of booking hotels and flights, etc., it's a difficult situation that the Europa League puts you in this early in the season. But I'd rather be in it than not.
Absolutely, 100%. It's what the players worked so hard for last season. Here's Kevin Morales, just underhits the pass slightly, but it's picked up by Kieran Dowlett. Almost a good ball back. Breaks for Idrissa Gueye on the edge of the box. He looks for Kevin Morales, who was clearly in an offside position, but an encouraging little move.
Yeah, it was. Kevin always looks dangerous, doesn't he? He always looks lively and looks to create something. But unfortunately for him, he shoots straight that yard offside. Good ball from Idrissa Gueye. Nice cushion volley towards him, but clearly from the replay there, you could see that Kevin was a good yard or two offside.
Still one apiece here in Tanzania. Everton have started this second period nice and sharp. Tieno were trying to get there before Bezic, which is easier said than done. Good play. Great play, in fact. Leighton Baines looking to pick out Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but just a little bit too much on the forward pass from Leighton Baines, and he knew.
It was sweet left foot of Leighton Baines is trying to pick out Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's a willing worker up top. I think there's a lot more to come from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He's had the boost of scoring a goal in the World Cup under-20 final. Hopefully that lift resulting in being a real good player for us this season. A real useful player, good physique, good pace about him. I think he just needs to learn to impose himself on the game, and we've got a player on our hands.
Morales, who's made the bright start to the second half. Mafula. Walton to Sengi. Well defended by Michael Keane. Brings the ball out of defence, finds Gareth Barry. Little layoff to Idrissa Gueye, then back to Mo Bezic. Mo Bezic sweeps it towards this left-hand side to Leighton Baines. All he can do is help it on, but it was nowhere near Calvert-Lewin, really. Substitute goalkeeper who nonchalantly chips it forward. I don't think Tieno wanted that.
It was a cucumber, the goalkeeper there, just chipping one into his defender. But as you say, I'm not so sure he really wanted that.
Foraging away to him. Dispossessed Wafula, but Wafula pushes it into Leighton Baines. Barry back to Baines, infield to Idrissa Gueye. Lets it run to Kevin Morales. Morales looking for a little bit of space to work with. Plays it wide to Leighton Baines. Baines tries to curl one of his trademark crosses into the penalty area, but has to settle for a corner.
Good understanding there from Kevin Morales, and Leighton Baines on his left-hand side. Right footer of Morales will roll it into Kieran Dow.
Back to Tom Davis, little chip towards the back stick. It's a good one. Can Michael Keane reach it? Yes, he can. Oh, the offside flag is up on the far side.
Well, my first impression straight away was that was not offside. It'll be interesting to see the replay. I think he's level. Oh, he's more than level. Yeah.
Well onside.
It's funny, isn't it? How your first reaction is normally the correct one.
Poor decision from the linesman over on the far side. Another substitution for Gor Mahia. Making way is Karim Izagiyamana. Coming onto the field is Jean-Baptiste. It's clearly not Jean-Baptiste, but that's what it says on the team sheet. Stadium announcer agrees with me. So, young man, you are Jean-Baptiste for the rest of the game.
Perhaps he put the wrong shirt on. No, just going back to that incident there where we should have been given a goal. Very, very unfortunate. A terrific ball from young Tom Davis. Found Michael Keane, who found space on the right-hand side, and he's headed back across cross goal. Was it Dominic Calvert-Lewin who put it in the end?
Now then, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. This one could count. It's a good save by the keeper. Idrissa Gueye's coming in. Oh, it's a super clearance. How did that stay out? It breaks for Dominic Calvert-Lewin on the left-hand side. Back to Kevin Morales. Everton trying to keep the pressure on the Kenyans. And there's a man down. It's the number 8, Francis Kahata. It's not. It's Harun Shikava. Let's see this replay. How did this stay out? Doing well to win it.
It's the initial effort from Dominic Calvert-Lewin that's well saved by the keeper. Idrissa Gueye comes running over. Has it hit the post? I think this will be a better angle for us to clear that up for you. Good save initially. Idrissa Gueye coming in. No, it's come off the foot. It's come off the foot. It's come off his foot. And then he's running to the post.
Good save by the keeper.
That's obviously where he's picked up his injury, because he's running to the post.
The vital time.
No, that's definitely come off the defender's foot. Just looped up in the air, I think. Miraculous clearance, whatever it was.
Bit of action. Michael Keane to Gareth Barry. Bezic. Baines. Good chest pass. Idrissa Gueye with the shot, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. Lovely move, Graham Stewart.
It really was a good move, and terrific forward play from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And that's what I mean about young Dominic. He really is a good player. That's brilliant forward play. The ball's up to him, he leaps, he's chested down, he knows exactly what he wants to do. He's got a big, big future for me, Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
It's an interesting corner kick, back to Tom Davis. Davis scrambles across with the ball, but plays it wide to Morales again. Keep it in, yes he can. He's penned in somewhat down by the corner flag there is Kevin Morales, and Godfrey Wassenumbi gets the better of him, but Everton win it back now. Idrissa Gueye, got Gareth Barry in support. Idrissa Gueye tries forward himself, goes for goal, and it certainly stings the fingers of the goalkeeper. Back it comes, Calvert-Lewin, he's pulled it wide. It's all Everton, but it won't go in.
It won't go in. A couple of terrific saves. Dominic Calvert-Lewin frustrated there. I think if we see it again, I'm sure the defender does terrifically well just to get a last-ditch challenge in on Dominic Calvert-Lewin. The initial shots from Idrissa Gueye parried out to safety. Kevin Morales crosses the ball, and it's a last-ditch attempt to just put Dominic Calvert-Lewin off enough. It looked for the world he was going to make it 2-1 to Everton.
Good strike by Idrissa Gueye.
Really was, yes.
It stays 1-1, but Everton applying the pressure, that's for sure, but they might have some defending to do momentarily. Kahata, cross in, takes a deflection, corner kick.
It's been a good, it's been an excellent second half. I've really enjoyed this second half, and we've had some sustained pressure. But Gor Mahia breakaway, and now we've got to make sure we defend this set piece, this corner, a lot better than we did in the first half.
Midway through the second half here, it's been a good second half. Hope you're enjoying it on Everton TV and on Super Sport. Corner kick for Gor Mahia. And it comes, Matty Schultz stays on his line, headed away by Michael Keane. Edge of the penalty area. That one was on target, Graham. It's another ambitious effort.
That's at least half a dozen during this game. That was probably as far out as it's been all night. But it was the one that was on target. But very, very comfortable for Matty in goal there. I think just an example there from the initial corner, Michael Keane being an imposing figure and getting his head to the ball. I think he's going to be terrific for us in that respect during this coming season. Dominant figure at the back there, Michael.
All the signings excite the supporters, quite rightly so, Graham, so far.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not 100% up to speed either, so there's more to come from all of these players as they bed into a new side, a new way of playing, a new life at the new club. one thing for certain, everybody is right behind him and give him every chance possible.
Pennington just about manages to keep the ball in, direct his header back to Michael Keane, doesn't stand on ceremony. Again, the offside flag is up against Kieran Dowell on that far side. Just going back a few minutes ago when we really should have been given the goal. There's another substitution. Yarango.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I do. I think he's a really willing worker. Terrific header as well to get Gor Mahia's equaliser on this evening. But I like his work ethic. He doesn't make life easy for defenders. He's got good pace about him, good athleticism. And he'll be delighted with this evening's work, as I'm sure his manager will show very, very shortly.
Well, Kuma just having a word with the fourth official there. I'm not sure why. There's another substitution about to be made as well. On comes Ndiarango. And also entering the fray is number 4, Wellington Ochia. As much as we've made 11 changes at half-time, you can understand the Gor Mahia side wanting to freshen the pack, as it were. I mean, as we've mentioned on a few occasions this evening, they sat top of the Kenyan League. They don't want to take any chances in a friendly game. The most important thing for them is to retain their title. Musa Mohammed makes way, and on comes number 4, Wellington Ochia. Back to Davis. Kieran Dowell, the youngster's linking well. Calvert-Lewin tries to get ahead of the defender. He got a head on it, but it's wide of the goal, and it stays at 1-1. But good play between the young players.
Yeah.
Although Calvert-Lewin has gone down quite uncomfortably.
It's not good to see. Has he just gone over on his ankle? Let's hope he's okay, Dominic, because he's been impressive so far in this first 25 minutes or so.
That doesn't look good to me. Hopefully it's just the initial sting and the initial shock of the pain. I don't know the physio.
One thing's for certain, they won't be taking any chances whatsoever. If there's any slight concern, he'll be off and Joe Williams will come on. Doesn't look overly happy, but a terrific play again from the 3 young players, as you mentioned there. Tom Davis linking out with Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Kieran Dowell. Really good move from Dominic Calvert-Lewin as Kieran's cross comes in. He's on the move all the time, trying to get across the defender. We'll see it here now. No, we won't. We'll see Wayne Rooney instead, and why not, Darren? Welcome back, Wayne.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
That's the way to announce yourself.
That's the quality we want to bring. That's what we want to see on a regular basis, as opposed to this sloppy defending, unmarked at the near post, albeit a very, very good angled header.
Boss doesn't like conceding from set pieces, does he?
No, I mean, later on in pre-season we'll probably work an awful lot harder on making sure that as a group everybody knows exactly what they're doing, both offensively and defensively from set pieces. It's a vital part of the game. That's for certain. Good to see Dominic coming back onto the pitch, Darren.
He is back in action, so it was just the initial sting of the pain that left him on the ground in a painful heap. A key ball for Gor Mahia.
It's not the time, dare I say it, we're heading for the dreaded penalties.
Of course, should be 2-1 up. A perfectly legitimate headed goal from Dominic Calvert-Lewin, incorrectly called offside. Over on the far side by a linesman. Don't win this game. Would be disappointing fact.
Yeah, it's a shame as well, because it genuinely wasn't close in the end, was it? He was at least a yard, maybe 2 onside. Opportunity for Gor Mahia now. No, offside.
Flag is up. Correct decision.
Well done, linesman.
One again.
decision for the linesman.
Free kick for the Toffees. We've had 29 minutes of the second half. I think the second half has been marginally more entertaining than the first, Graham.
I'd agree with that, Darren, no doubt. It's been played at a far better tempo. More goalmouth incident.
Is there a winning goal from the men in silvery grey? Here goes Kevin Morales. Now we've got 3 or 4 defenders round him. Still Kevin Morales gets his ankles wrapped. Still going. Has he won a corner? No, he won't. The ball stays in play. But at least a positive run there from the Belgian international.
Yeah, it just shows as well.
It's a poor clearance. Picked up by Idrissa Gueye. Slides it in field to Tom Davies. Works it onto his right foot. The shot is blocked and that will spin away for a corner kick on the far side.
Yeah, I mean, that's all about Kevin Morales initially there. I mean, it's just positivity. Like, the worst thing in the world as a defender is an attacker running at you. He gets himself into the box. And Kevin actually rode a couple of tackles without really touching the ball there. It's just the fact that defenders are panic-stricken. And then when they finally win him back, it's given to Idrissa Gueye. He finds Tom Davies. Tom Davies tries to get his shot off. It results in a corner, which isn't one of Leighton's best ones, but
still there, and it's headed towards goal, and it's just again wide of the mark. It was Matty Pennington, of course, who scored in a Merseyside derby last season, who nodded the ball wide. And another player with a big future.
Yeah, I like Matty. He's a really, really nice lad. Sorry, it wasn't Leighton Baines who took the corner there. It was Kieran Dow. Apologies, Leighton. But no, you're right. Matty Pennington's a really, really nice lad. And when you get lads as nice as him, you want them to do well in the game. And certainly we hope that Matty has a very bright future here with us at Everton.
Up goes Mo Bezic. The loose ball is there for Kevin Morales to play all the way back to Matthias Hult. He allows Michael Keane to take over. One apiece here in Tanzania. The darkening sky around the National Stadium indicating that time is ebbing away in this contest. The Sport Pacer Cup final with me, Darren Griffiths, and Graham Stewart on Everton TV and on Super Sport is heading towards penalty kicks. 14 minutes to go. Everton have shaded it possession-wise, Graham, in the second half, I think.
Without any doubt. We've definitely been the better side. We've looked the more likely. But that said, we've got to be careful of the fitness levels of Gor Mahia and the desire to get forward and the enthusiasm of them.
Made a whole host of substitutions in this second half of Gor Mahia. Here's Kenneth McGinn, who's been on for the entire game. Good play again by Idrissa Gueye. It's hooked clear by Keane. Calvert-Lewin's a little bit isolated though in the final third of the field, as well as Sumbi.
I think Ronald Koeman will be really, really pleased with the work rate this 11 have put out there in the second half. I'm sure he will. Just look for one scary moment that he was going to elude him, but his outstretched leg brought the ball down and Everton come away again with Leighton Baines on his near side.
Plays it forward towards Kevin Morales, who can't control it. Out to play. Throw in for Gor Mahia. He's looked nice and calm and collected, Michael Keane, hasn't he? Unflustered.
Yeah, very much so. I like the look of him.
Goes in strongly there and also wins himself a free kick.
Gareth. I talked to Leon Osman last night. He informs me that Gareth is only 4 appearances off beating Ryan Giggs' Premier League record, which is an amazing stat. Great credit to Gareth.
Still got an awful lot to offer. Kieran Dow scoops it forward. Oh, Dominic Calvert-Lewin needed a better touch. He goes down under the challenge, but the ball had gone away from him anyway. It's a goal kick for Gor Mahia, but a bit of invention from Kieran Dow. That's what he's got in his locker.
I mean, Kieran plays a terrific ball, but it's great movement again from Dominic. He'll be disappointed with his first touch that allows it to get away from him, and he can't retrieve the ball. But his movement, he's always on the move. That's what I like about him. He's got great physique, he's got good pace, but he makes good runs as well. He's always trying to pull off the shoulder of the last man, and that's what you want to see in a centre forward.
Is there a moment of inspiration to come from somebody out there before we go to penalties? One apiece in Tanzania. Matty Pennington. Infield to Tom Davies, helped on to Gareth Barry. Barry wide to Leighton Baines. That's an awful lot of Kevin Morales, but he does well, Kevin Morales, to get there. Back to Baines again, infield to Idrissa Gueye. Trezeguet is fouled, is he? Yes, free kick for Everton, left-hand side, just outside the penalty area. Decent position, this, Graham.
Yeah, good position, good link-up play again. Again, Kevin Morales and Leighton Baines on his left-hand side. They've linked up really well in this second half, and Trezeguet pushing forward. I'm really liking the drive that we seem to have in this side in the second half, and the desire to get forward. Midfield players as well, getting beyond front men, etc. Really good to see. I've enjoyed the second half. Just get that winning goal that would round off a particularly nice trip, Darren.
Free kick on this left-hand side. Jean-Baptiste was yellow carded for that, by the way. Now then, good delivery.
Honestly, the roll, look at the edge of the box. Roll to Keane, yeah, there you go.
Kieran Dowell, oh, he hits the crossbar. What a great effort from Kieran Dowell. And it comes back off the crossbar. How unlucky can we be?
That was a terrific strike from Kieran Dowell, but it was absolutely begging to be laid into his path, wasn't it? I mean, we could see it from 100 yards away.
Everton keep the pressure on with Leighton Baines. Wide it goes to Kevin Morales. Everton asking the questions now. It's been a decent second half here in Tanzania. Here's Leighton Baines. Trezeguet with him for support. Trezeguet tries to just flick it past the fullback, and Leighton Baines is foraging away. And the boys want to win this, don't they?
Yeah, you can see the intent's there to go and win this game.
What an effort this was, Graham.
It really was. It was there, we called it. Kieran Dowell walks onto it.
Keeper was nowhere.
He's got a beautiful left foot, Kieran Dowell. Just on the inside there, pops up a little bit actually, but
yeah.
Terrific strike. Very, very unfortunate to hit the crossbar and go away to safety.
Another substitution. Number 27 is on for Gor Mahia, Anthony Mbugua. Laguna making way, so Mbugua is on. Tom Davis. Everton deserve a winning goal. Good turn by Kieran Dowell. Is it going to come from Kieran Dowell?
Kieran,
isn't it just? What a fantastic goal. He hit the crossbar a few moments ago. He got it absolutely spot on with his left foot on that occasion. And if that's the winner, it deserves to be.
It certainly deserves to win any game of football. A piece of skill like that. Absolute magic. And I'll tell you now for certain, I've just seen Gor jump out of his seat with the light of Kieran Dowell's strike there. Absolutely magnificent. Good play initially. Gareth Barry finding Tom Davis. Tom Davis with the vision to pick out Kieran Dowell. Takes one touch out of his feet, sets himself up for the second and drills a shot into the top corner. The goalkeeper's got absolutely no chance, and that has got to be really...
Look at that. Is that better than Wayne's?
I think it's on a par at least, isn't it? But
what an effort.
I mean, Kieran, that's got to give him the biggest bone of confidence you could ever wish to have.
Has screamed into the top corner of the net. Now, Ronald Koeman, as you say, was out of his seat with that bit of magic. He will be out of his seat again. We can see just as quickly as we did in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely he will. I mean, that's where we've got to be professional now. That's where your Leighton Baines and your Michael Keanes come into play now and make sure that the side are rock solid and do everything in a professional manner in this last few minutes of the game to just see it out and make sure we get over the finishing line.
2 sets of 11 tells you just what competition there is for places these days, Graham. As you say,
of course it does. Of course it does. I mean, just on this game here, I mean, again, you don't look too much into it because it's the first 45 minutes of pre-season, but certainly the young players have shone. They really have. Tom Davis is, from the minute he kicked off the second half, he showed his intent straight away. He's been bright in his thinking. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's movement up front and his work rate has been exceptional. Kieran Dowell has looked a better player than he was last season. You know, he's got so much talent, Kieran Dowell.
Well, Kieran could have had 2 goals. Dominic Calvert-Lewin should have had 1.
Yeah. No, it's been really, really impressive. I mean, the energy Adrissa has shown in the middle of the park has been good. Kevin Morales and Leighton Baines linking up on this left-hand side have been very, very good. Bo Besic was a marauding centre-half. Matty Pennington's looked nice and comfortable. So all round the side, we've looked really, really strong in this second half.
Just adds to the excitement, doesn't it? Can't wait for the 2017-18 English Premier League season to start. Leighton Baines on this left-hand side for Everton. 7 minutes to go.
I think you can see. I think what's really stands out to me is that you know, it literally is two. You know, it's been 2 11s, hasn't it? But it's kind of like, I want to make sure I'm in the starting 11.
Good turn by Kevin Morales. Good skill by Morales. He's still going despite 1 or 2 attempts to stop him. Plays it wide to Matty Pennington. It's a poor ball, but it breaks for Kieran Dowell. Forward to Kevin Morales again. Back to Kieran Dowell. Takes it through. Tries to slide it past the goalkeeper. Lovely, lovely football. And a good save by the goalkeeper.
Brilliant again. Great football from Kieran Dowell. The initial ball comes in from Matty Pennington. It wasn't the greatest of ball, but Kieran Dowell picks it up, plays a little 1-2 with Kevin Morales. Tries to slide it with his weaker right foot, but again, inventive football. That's what you want to see. Little, you know, bit of animal cunning in the game, if you like. Michael Keane again there, just at the end, showing what a dominant figure he's going to be as well. But just going back to the point I'm trying to make down, I mean, it's just the fact that those lads have sat there and watched the first half. Now it's our chance to go out and impress the manager, and that's exactly what Ronald Koeman and his coaching staff want. They want competition for places.
You like your new signings hit the ground running, don't you? It doesn't always work out that way, but Michael Keane has looked terrific. Wayne Rooney, getting with Wayne Rooney, so it's all positive stuff. It's all good stuff. We've just got to see out the last few minutes now. Tennis ball, there's a trophy. To Crystal.
That would be nice. Nice positive start to pre-season.
Overruns it, but gets lucky. The ricochet falls to Leighton Baines. Everton 2, Gor Mahia 1. There's Morales. To Matty Pennington. Infield to Tom Davis. Space there for Kevin Morales, but it's sat up uncannily for him.
I'm not sure Michael Keane really needs to pick out Kevin Morales there. I think it was more meant for Leighton Baines on his left-hand side, but Kevin put some effort. Once it's eluded his touch.
Into the penalty area, but Michael Keane is quite happy just to shepherd Timothy Otieno out the way. Let's see, will be pleased to have kept the clean sheet thus far. Fate.
So far so good, but he looks a reassuring figure at the back, doesn't he, Michael Keane?
Identifying Gareth Barry. Looks a reassuring figure wherever he is. There's Mo Bezic, who it's been an ill-disciplined centre-half performance from Mo, but he's played really well. There's Kevin Morales. Skips past one challenge. Finds Kieran Dowell, good ball by Dowell, wide to Leighton Baines, space for Leighton Baines to line up across if he wants to. Plays it low though towards Kevin Morales, possibly not the best decision. Morales wins the ball and says to Leighton Baines, try again on this left-hand side. Forced away from goal, gives it away. A throw in for Everton.
Play there. The ball comes out to a free kick for us, but I think Ronald Koeman's going to be absolutely delighted with the attitude more than anything these players have shown. Another substitution, Darren.
Comes number 33. COYB. Minutes. He's throwing for Everton on this left-hand side as Leighton Baines will take. So just Gay. Gay's played as well as anyone in this second half. He's been here, there and everywhere. Has possession again. Back to Gareth Barry. Checked in. Keane comes off a score the ball. Over here ahead, it'll be a corner on this near side.
We've got about a couple of minutes of normal time remaining, Darren. There have been some terrific performances so far in the second half.
Gor Corner kick, left-hand side. Kevin Morales and Kieran Dowler trying to work a short one, but the proximity of the two defenders necessitates an intervention from the referee. So Kevin Morales will not take a short corner. He'll ping the ball into the penalty area. In it goes, and it's headed away. As it's back to Trezeguet, just stands it up towards the Gor Mahia end of the field, and good play by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Super centre forward play. Wide to Kevin Morales inside the penalty area. Morales brings it in field. The shot is blocked. He's been a constant thorn in the side of Gor Mahia in the second half. Kevin Morales, hasn't he?
He's been excellent, Kevin. He's looked really, really bright, intent when he's got the ball, really, really sharp in his play. Nice to have a comfortable figure, a really composed figure behind him in Leighton Baines as well. He leaves Kevin to go out and do what he does best, which is to attack.
Time is very nearly up. All eyes are on the fourth official on this near side as we await the 6 minutes.
Where's he got that
6
from?
minutes of added time.
I know we've had a few subs, but
Must be it, must it? The Gor Mahia substitute.
well, I mean, we had the moment with Dominic Calvert-Lewin down, didn't we? Maybe a couple of minutes for that, and 28 substitutions in the second half adds up to another 4 minutes. So, well, another 6 minutes of fitness for the boys.
Well, here's a quarter. The offside flag saves Everton. 6 minutes. That is for Gor Mahia. Tell you what, there wasn't a great deal in it, was there?
It was close. It was very, very close. Probably just about offside as the ball was played, but good movement from him, the young man there.
Goes to Trezeguet. Still got it to Trezeguet, bursting into the penalty area. Tries to pull it back for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Again, too many defenders there. Win it back. Gareth Barry. Oh, lovely play. Tom Davis.
A bit of showboating from the Everton side. Absolutely delight of the fans.
Let's keep the ball now. That's all Everton need to do. We've had one of the 6 added minutes. Leighton Baines to address the game. Oh, that's casual. Too casual.
We've had a few moments in the second half where we have been a little bit sloppy. There he goes.
He wins it back again.
Redeems himself and wins it back.
Needless to say. Kieran Dow runs at the defence, lays it off. He's offside. Calvert-Lewin just needed to have a little look across the line there, didn't he?
Yeah, just got to time his runs a little bit. Just try and keep aware of that line that Gor Mahia are trying to keep at the back there. Not a million miles in it. It's only a yard. Just got to get that timing right as the ball gets played through from midfield.
Manchester United fans there thanking Wayne Rooney for his contribution to their history. Everton just about deserved to win the game, Greg?
I think so. Definitely on the second half performance. I think the first half was probably even, Stephen. Neither side really created too many opportunities. Moment of brilliance from Wayne, obviously, and then a poor goal from us to give away, but take nothing away from Gor Mahia. It was a good response to them going a goal down. They didn't let their heads drop, and they got themselves back into the game. So the first half was pretty much even, but certainly in the second half, I think Everton have been far more impressive.
Trezeguet to Gareth Barry. He was dragged back, but he still keeps possession. Such an intelligent footballer, Gareth Barry. Lovely to watch every time he pulls the jersey on. That's why he's played so many games in the Premier League. When Gareth Barry made his debut for Everton, for Aston Villa, the manager of Everton at the time was Howard Kendall. That's how long Gareth has been around.
He's been a terrific player, and again, we talk about Wayne Rooney and coming back to the football club, but and he'll be an inspiration just purely by being Wayne Rooney to our young players. But we forget that they've got the likes of Phil Jagielka and Gareth Barry's and Leighton Baines in this world who train with them every single day of the week, make sure they've got the right values and what have you. They're in dream world, these young players, with the people around them.
There's a couple of minutes to go here in Tanzania. And Everton are leading by 2 goals to 1. 2 terrific goals, by the way. Wayne Rooney in the first half, Kieran Dowell in the second. Not sure what Kevin Morales was trying to do there, but the ball breaks on the right-hand side. There's a real chance for Gor Mahia. And we've got men back now. Edge of the penalty area, Tom Davies gets a slight touch, and it was absolutely needed. But the pressure is still on. The danger hasn't passed, trying to skip through the defence, but there's too many silver shirts, and when one of them is Gareth Barry, and there was no way through for John Ndurangu.
Composure there for Gareth there, just on the edge of his own box, keeps his wits about him. No panic, no erratic stuff going on. He just calmly clears everything up and sets us on our way again.
Here's Tom Davies. Wide to Pennington. It's a first touch from Matty Pennington. He's dispossessed on the far side by Kahata. The ball is safely with Matthias Hult. It's a poor clearance from Matthias Hult. Puts himself under real pressure. Shot comes in, and Matthias Hult will be very, very grateful that effort was straight down his throat from Pogba.
He's going to be a relieved young man, Matty, in goal there. He's a little bit nervous there with his kicking. Fortunately, he regains his composure. It's a comfortable catch for him in terms of the save.
Into the final minute of the added 6, and Everton thus far have hung on for what we deem to be a deserved victory, as Tom Davies just spins away and then plays it back to Mo Besic. And Matthias Hult is a bit more firm with his connection on that occasion. Gareth Barry has a look up, invites Calvert-Lewin to make a dart into this left-hand channel, but it's well defended. Gor Mahia 1, Everton 2, last minute of added time. There is the final whistle, and Everton have started the summer of 2017 in fine form. A 2-1 victory against Gor Mahia, and Everton deserved it, Graham.
Yes, they did, very much so. Certainly on the second half performance, as I mentioned earlier, 2 terrific goals, it has to be said, from Wayne Rooney and Kieran Dowell. Get us the victory on the evening, and it's been a terrific trip, very, very successful. I think Ronald Koeman and his coaching staff are going to be delighted with the application that both sets of players showed. Possibly a little bit more quality in forward areas in the second half. That obviously must come about with some of the changes that Gor Mahia made as well. But all in all, it's been an excellent workout, an excellent trip, and everybody can go home happy.
2 brilliant goals as well. There's Phil Jagielka speaking to Wayne Rooney, who will be absolutely delighted with his first half goal. And that young man, Kieran Dowell, will be easily pleased with his. And with 2-1, we scored 2 great goals, and that's what we did.
Yeah, we certainly did. And Wayne set the tone, but Kieran, equal quality, at least, it must be said. Really, really, I mean, in some respects, it was a better team goal. The build up to it, the great little ball from Tom Davies there to pick out his young partner there, Kieran Dowell, and Kieran does the rest, couple of touches and smashes it in the top corner. And it was obviously Wayne in the first half who set himself up, and a terrific execution of the shot to put us 1-0 up.
The Gor Mahia supporters there will be disappointed with the outcome, but I'm sure they've enjoyed the occasion, and I'm sure they've enjoyed watching their team play against a Premier League side.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. They'd have loved. I know how much they were looking forward to it. As we see a few of these highlights coming through for the second half. Dominic Calvert-Lewin going through this time with Idrissa Gana Gueye, and a miraculous clearance on the line, it must be said. It took us a while to work out what had happened there, whether it had hit the post or the defender had actually cleared it. But I think this was slightly the better angle to see what a magnificent clearance it was on the line. Idrissa Gana Gueye coming driving in there. And it's nigh on impossible to clear. But somehow he managed to do it.
I'm not sure he knew a great deal about it. He comes steaming in, and the ball just hits his foot and spins over the crossbar.
Again, this is Gareth Barry picking the ball up. Good attacking forward play from the centre forward, Dominic Calvert-Lewin there. A good ball up to him, and he leaps up into the air, controls the chest lay-off, and unfortunately the shot goes wide. Good interplay again. Idrissa Gana Gueye bursting forward, buys the free kick from the referee there, and it was a it was imperative of Everton's display in that second half, full of energy. And this is young Kieran Dowell. This is his first attempt at scoring a brilliant goal. Unfortunately, the crossbar gets in the way on this occasion, but Kevin Morales rolled into him. Yeah, it just popped up off the surface a little bit, but in that respect, it actually helped with the connection. Unfortunately, the crossbar gets in the way, but we know what came after that.
Disappointed. It was well worked, sweet connection, as you say, Graham, and crashed back off the crossbar, but a few moments later.
Yeah, I mean, this is a terrific ball from Tom Davies. The vision to pick out Kieran Dowell. His first touch was terrific. Took it on the inside, sets himself up with a second strike, and the delight in his face there to know that he scored a great goal. And his young partner Tom Davies there comes to congratulate him first, but it's a terrific strike. You know, could the keeper have done a little bit better? You could argue it from this angle. I don't want to take anything away from Kieran Dowell with the power in the strike and what have you, but maybe on another day the keeper could have done a little bit better, but take nothing away from that young man. It was a goal worthy of winning any game of football, and great to see the players out there applauding the fans who've been absolutely outstanding. They've supported this game really, really well, and nice to see the players going around with a banner thanking all the Tanzanian people for the fantastic hospitality that they've shown us all as a football club, hasn't it, Darren?
Well, it's been a fantastic occasion. It's been a really good game of football. Everton have beaten Gor Mahia by 2-1. Wayne Rooney in the first half, Kieran Dowell in the second. The players are just taking the applause. The game's been played in a terrific atmosphere. The supporters have enjoyed it. We've certainly enjoyed it. It's a lovely way to round off our visit to Tanzania. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage on Everton TV and Supersport. We're going to hand you back to the side of the pitch.
Well, it's come to an end at the National Stadium in Dar es Salaam. A very befitting end, we must say as well. And Everton carries the day because of that beautiful goal that was scored by Kieran Dowell. But you know, this being a friendly as well, they brought in the stronger Everton in the second half. I'll tell you something, it's a friendly match and Everton changed the entire team altogether, bringing in new players in the second half. You notice they had more energy, they were more fit, they were running more, they were shooting more than before. And that's how they got the better of the Gor Mahia side. We started making substitutions a little bit too late. You might have been wondering why they were doing quick substitutions like that. They tried to match the fresh legs of Everton at this point. Wayne Rooney has been the man that everybody was watching. A fan actually jumped onto the field to be able to just give him a hug. It became a security issue, but a friendly kind of security issue. And Wayne Rooney is a superstar to the eyes of all the fans here in Tanzania. Now that's because of what he did at Manchester United, where he set records as well. He's come back now to Everton, and they do expect that he's going to be setting records as well. I'm joined now by Kieran Dowell. Lovely goal that you scored. And then you put Everton back into the game and into the winning. Did you find the Gor Mahia side a little bit slow, or were you just too fast for them?
Sorry, what was that?
Did you find the players of the Gor Mahia side too slow, or were you just too fast for them?
No, that's what I didn't. They could guess which way I was going to go, so I was lucky to guess the right way. I've come inside, something up for me, and luckily it's went in.
Not having played in the first half, you obviously had a lot of energy in you when you came into the game.
Yeah, I think that helped us at the start of the second half with the African side. They were much tighter than us in the second half at the start, so I think that helped us better.
But you watched them in the second half, in the first half as well. What do you make of the team Gor Mahia?
I thought they were very hard working, very compact and set up really well. And it showed in the first half they were very hard to break down. Took a great goal from Wazza to get us off the mark.
So are you ready for the season now in England or not yet?
Ready, yeah. I think we need a few more games before the start of the season. So it's obviously just 45 minutes each, but I think we'll be ready for the start of the season, yeah.
Congratulations. How about Tanzania? Do you like the country?
Yeah, it's lovely. We're staying right on the coast, so it's really nice, the hotel we're staying in. Everyone's been lovely to us. It's been great so far.
Well done, congratulations, and thank you very much for having come to talk to us as well.
Thank you.
Kieran Dowell, who scored the second goal for Everton. That was the winning goal as well, and that confines Gor Mahia into just a little bit of also runs in this one. They were the Sportpesa Super Cup champions, but then they lose this one against Everton. A golden chance they had, and the coach is here with me as well. You already have a big name, Ker, and they told you that means king. Do you feel like a king today?
I feel pleased in the first half. I thought we competed well. I've been here 5 days, so it's very, very quickly to get to know your players in training. We've had to travel, preparation's been good, and I thought first half we played really, really good football. A bit slow at times, but we didn't give Everton a chance. Second half, we made changes. I have to see my players. I have to make a judgment on who can play, what character. Do they smile when they come on the field, or do they sulk that they're not playing? What character have they got? What attitude have they got? But second half, we dropped back. We dropped too deep. We allowed Everton. I just spoke to their manager and he said we had to go forward and attack quicker. And at half time I said to the guys, make sure we keep pressure, we keep our shape, but we did in the second half. And that's the disappointing thing. But we've been beaten by a Premiership team, but we've competed well. Sometimes African football, we overdo things. You know, we complicate things by running with the ball instead of playing a 1-2. Or instead of playing a 1-2, we don't run with the ball. But we'll adapt. I have to adapt. And I'm sure everybody in Tanzania and everybody in Supersport watched the game. I'm sure they enjoyed it.
Yeah, but now you've got to focus on the Premier League as well. Are you going to make changes to this team, or is it going to remain the same team?
No, I've told the players, you've got the jersey. So you keep the jersey. Don't let anybody take it off you. If you're in the starting 11, keep the jersey. You only get rid of the jersey if you're not doing your job or you're not performing. So it's up to the players. I don't like to chop and change. I like to keep a strong squad that I've inherited and give them the chance. And today, I gave every player, bar 2 players, a chance to go and show me something. First half, like I said, it was very, very good, very, very positive. There were some positive things in there. And also, I think we need to learn a bit more structure. But again, I've been here 5 days. This is my first game. The pressure was on. But we're playing an English Premier League side, and all credit to Everton. They came out second half. They changed the system. They put a different 11 players on the pitch, and they won the game. But for me, it's for East Africa, it's for Kenya, it's for Gor Mahia, and I just hope the fans can see the positiveness in this, and we will go for the league.
Thank you very much, Coach. Thank you very much. And well done. Well, playing against a Premier League side obviously was not going to be very easy for the coach, and he admits it, but they played very well. Just 2 goals against 1, while they could have used their chances they had in the first half. Nevertheless, a game is won in the 90 minutes, and it's won by the goals. And Everton scored the goals. We will be able to tell you more about what's going on. The Premier League will start on the 12th of August. You'll be able to see Everton playing there as well, plus all your favorite teams as well, if you keep it here on your World of Champions. From the National Stadium in Dar es Salaam, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again. So you're going to be recording? Okay. Okay, when you're ready. Okay, Coach, congratulations for winning today's game. How difficult was it to play against Gor Mahia in these conditions?
In the beginning it was a little bit difficult because it is our first game of the pre-season. It's always difficult. Fantastic atmosphere to play here, and but finally we win 2-1, so that's okay.
It looked like a totally different team you had in the second half. The fitter, the expected Everton.
Yeah, we play with 2 teams, and what I say, the first half was a little bit slow. The second half it was more tempo in the game, and we get 3-4 good chances. And finally we deserved the winning 2-1, so it was a fantastic goal.
You had a couple of juniors who've been to the World Cup, the Junior World Cup. Are you going to use them more in the Premier League?
Yeah, with the competition in the game and in our team, it's very big, and because of the new players coming in, and also for the young boys. But if they show they can compete with the first team, they are there. And last year we had some young guys, for example Tom Davis, and but if they're good enough, they can play. It's not about age.
So you've got Stoke, you've got Chelsea, you've got Manchester United in your opening fixtures for the English Premier League. How do you prepare for that?
There's no problem, because and you miss the next 2 as well, United and another big team. But the first 6 games, we have 5 of the top 6. But it's okay, it's no problem, because you compete with them twice a year. And for that we need a lot of games. And of course, for us, it's very important in 2 weeks, the EuroLeague, the qualification.
So finally, coach, do you think that Gor Mahia gave you the good pre-season, physical practice that you would have needed?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. They did very well. They played a good game, and for us again it was a physical heavy game, but very good for us the first game, and we enjoyed it very much over here in Tanzania. So we go back to Liverpool tonight.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
thank you.
see you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Tuisenge atazungumza Kiswahili. He will speak in Swahili. So how do you want us to go? I just do the interview in Swahili and then we will put subtitles, or I translate? Huh? Huh? Oh, okay. All right. No problem. Okay, when you're ready. Kwa hivyo mechi ilikuwa vipi, Jack? Leo umefunga bao moja, ilikuwa vipi?
First of all, kwanza nashukuru SportPesa iliorganize hii game kwa sababu ni muhimu kwetu, kwangu, kwa sababu si game kila mtu anaweza akacheza. Kwangu nafurahia, ilikuwa ni game ngumu, ni wachezaji wako kwa level iko juu kuliko sisi. Kama mimi ni ngisi tulicheza hii game, nimeona tulijaribu kama timu ya Afrika.
Well, he says he's very happy he played in this game. He thanks all the sponsors. He was able to play. They were at a different level, but at least he enjoyed playing, especially for himself and for his own development. Kipi ambacho umeona kizuri sana kwenye hii timu ya Everton ambayo ungependa kupeleka Gor Mahia?
Kitu naweza nikasema ni watu wanacheza vitu simple. Akiona mtu anampasia, akiona space anaweka ndani ball. Hiyo ndio kitu naweza kutoa kwa hii timu ya Everton, ni watu wanacheza mpira simple, hawana vitu mingi.
Well, he says Everton plays a very simple game. They pass the ball all the time. When they see someone is free, they would pass the ball, and that's what you'd like to take back to Gor Mahia. Lakini wewe mwenyewe ulipata fursa na ukafunga bao, mbona hukufunga nyingine?
Hata bao moja inatosha kwa timu ya Everton.